So Marky makes it worse because he over there, oh, you laughing at my pain. You laughing at my struggle, man. Like if he just heard the dopest joke, the hardest joke. And so I'm looking at my nana like, you know that this is not the same girl. You know it's not. So I'm like, yeah, I go to school with her. This is Danielle. Danielle, this is my mom's mom, Sandra. She like, oh, your grandma. No, Sandra. She like, oh, I'm sorry. Nice to meet you, Sandra. And so my nana was like, it's nice to meet you too, but you got someone that look exactly like you. You wouldn't believe it. And then she looked at me and I looked at her like, oh, you doing this on purpose. You doing this on purpose. But I let her have it. Boom. So I'm like, hey, I'll take your hoodie. She took her hoodie off. I hung it up on a coat hanger thing on a rack. So boom. We go into the living room. So Marky like, so my nana like offer her something to drink or something. I said, yeah, I was gonna ask her. I'm like, you want anything to drink? She like, no, I'm okay. She like, thank you though. And so my nana like, well, I'm gonna go out here and check on the party. I'm like, okay. So she left out. So she like, whoa, why her energy feels so strong? It's something about her. I'm like, yeah, that's my nana. She from the military. She like, oh, military? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and she's mean. So she says, so what girl you had over there looked like me? I'm like, nobody. I'm like, she just saying it. She like, it seemed like she was for real. I'm like, she was just saying that. So Marky like, or was she? I'm like, bro, you want to sit in a wooden chair? He like, I was just joking. I'm like, no, but you want to sit in a wooden chair? Because I could bring the wooden chair back out. He like, all right, well, we need to figure out how we going to roll this up. How about that? We gotta roll this up. I'm like, I got an idea. You got to help me out. He like, all right, lay it on me. I'm like, look, I'll make sure you get something to twist up with if you cover downstairs so I could be able to talk to Danielle in my room. He like, so I got to wash the whole house? I'm like, I washed it yesterday. He like, bullshit, I helped you. I'm like, you didn't help me with Caleb. You didn't help me with Nana. You didn't help me clean the tub, the jacuzzi out. You didn't help me like rinse the ice water. You didn't help me take the bed. Like, should I do a list? Should I go on and on? He like, but you gonna smoke it too. I'm like, I'm gonna hit it, but it's all yours. He like, all right, for how long though? How long I gotta watch? I'm like, I don't know, like 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes. He like, 20, 30 minutes? What y'all finna be up there doing? I'm like, we ain't finna be doing nothing, just talking. So then yeah, she just chilling. She's just sitting there, right? So he like, how you gonna get it? I'm like, I could sneak in mom room and grab some tops. I'm like, she got the top papers. And my mom had those type of swishers that was already gutted out. It already had the tobacco stuff out. And it had a stick, like a plastic straw like inside of the swisher. So when you unravel it and you put your stuff there, you just easily roll it up. So he didn't like those. Straight up, he didn't like those. So he like, no, just go to the candy store. I'm like, the candy store might be closed. He like, so he like, she always open. Miss Jackson, I open for you. I'm like, and what you want me to tell? She ain't gonna send me no swisher. He like, ask her granddaughter like you. I'm like, go through all that for a swisher. We could just use mama's. He like, but she count her stuff. I'm like, I got a better idea. Just hold on. So I grab my cell phone. Boom. I go in the kitchen. I call Raymond. Raymond pick up. I'm like, hey, where you at? He like, oh, I'm finna get ready to hit the block soon. I'm like, hey, you got a swisher? He like, yeah, I got a swisher, sweet. He like, I got a grape one though. I'm like, you got a grape one? He like, yeah. I'm like, oh, I ain't never had that flavor. You know what I'm saying? That might be popping. I'm like, hey, can you drop me off one? I'm like, I got you with $1. He like, no. He like, I got you. He like, you gotta give me 15 minutes though. I'm like, all right, cool. I can give you that. So I'm like, hey, got you. Raymond gonna drop off one. Just open the door. He gonna give it to you. He gonna be here in 15 minutes. He like, all right. I'm like, hey, Danielle, let me talk to you in the room. So he like, hey, but my switch ain't here. I'm like, right, that's cool. I'm like, but it's on the way. He like, no, but a deal is a deal. I'm like, it is. So I'm like, here, I'm gonna leave my phone right here. If he call, just pick up. So I leave him the phone. We go upstairs, me and Danielle. I'm in my room. I don't got my door closed. I got it cracked. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey, looking real good. She like, thank you. She like, I like your room. I'm like, you don't like my room. I'm like, it's plain Jane. She like, no, it's not. I think it's cool. And your TV up there on the wall. I'm like, yeah. And so she like, how you play your game? You just gotta hold your head up. I'm like, yeah, or you can like sit back on the bed or grab a chair from downstairs. I'm like, and I got my bean bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got my bean bag. Just, I'll try to spit my game a little bit, right? So she like, so question. I'm like, what's up? She like, you gonna come to homecoming with me? I'm like, ah, yeah. I'm like, I forgot that you asked that. And you saying prom and stuff. I gotta give you an answer now. She like, yeah, I've been patiently waiting. I'm like, so we just going as friends? She was like, you wanna just go as friends? I'm like, no, I'm just asking you. She like, we can go as friends. Friends can go to homecomings and proms with their friends. I'm like, like, you know, like, okay, I don't know what to throw out, right? I don't know what to throw out. So I'm like, well, you ain't got nobody else to go with. She like, I have a couple of people that asked me, but I just think you cool. I said, so you think I'm cool? So she was utilizing the word cool. So I was like, all right, you know, that sound like friends. Cool. So I was like, yeah. I'll go with you. So she like, so you're gonna be my date. We're gonna be kicking it. We're gonna be having fun. I'm like, yeah. And she like, and you gonna vote for me, right? I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna vote for you. I'm like, so I'm thinking like, hey, you know, I could be your friend. You know, I could be cool. So we steady wrapping it up and talking. She like, I want to sit down in your beanbag. I'm like, go ahead. You can sit in it. So she fluffed down there. She like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. So you hear back door now opening. And then a few seconds later, you hear Roshan. But my mom is saying my name as she's coming up the stairs. So when she come in, she looks. And she said, hey, how you doing? So Danielle like, hey. I'm like, yeah, you know Danielle, Mom. She like, uh-huh. She like, I need to talk to you. I'm like, yeah. She like, why you have a girl in your room? I'm like, I don't got the door closed, though. I don't care. Go downstairs. I'm like, okay. She like, look, I got a surprise for your nana that's coming. It's a surprise for me, too. Because when I say you can't beat her, you join her, this is how you do it. So I'm looking like, okay, she's still pushing this slogan. So my mom is up to something. My mom is up to something. She cooking. She let her cook. You feel me? So she tells me, like, to take my company down, you know what I'm saying, downstairs. I'm like, all right. So boom. She like, watch my house, Roshan. Don't let nobody rob my stuff. I'm like, I'm not. So boom. Then yeah, like, your mom is so, you know, so pretty. I'm like, thank you. So we sitting there, time progressed, boom. The bell rings. It's Raymond. He like, yo, my bad. He like, I had to bust a serve. So he give the swisher, you know, to me, and I give it to Marky. Marky like, yeah, about time. He like, bro, you gonna roll it up for me? Nah, I ain't finna roll it up for you. He like, bro, he like, come on, man, roll it up. So Raymond like, I'll twist it up real quick. He like, y'all want me to twist it up in the bathroom? No. Don't even twist it up nowhere in the house. So he like, he gonna twist it up on the porch. So Marky like, he gonna go on the porch with him. So they both go on the porch. That leaves me and Danielle together. So Danielle like, so you got a girlfriend? I'm like, yes and no. She like, yes and no. It's either you do or you don't. I'm like, well, kind of. I'm like, I don't know if she really liked me like that. I'm like, I just think she probably liked me sometime. So she like, so you have a girlfriend? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know if she really liked me or not. So she like, so you don't got a girlfriend? I'm like, I know for sure probably this week, right? So I'm saying like, I know, because me, you know, me and Charles, we just started back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know for sure. You know what I'm saying? She got a lot of people that like her, okay? She got Jason, the other dude. You know what I'm saying? I got to see at the bacon, you know, another guy that be approaching, like, you know what I'm saying? She got a lot of options, you know what I'm saying? So I really don't know. She could just leave me alone in a heartbeat. I didn't feel confident no more, than I did. Like, I get like that. Like, if you make me feel some type of way, I'm not confident like I first was when I was approaching you. You know what I'm saying? You done kind of shut me down. You hit me a little low. You hit me a little low. You know what I'm saying? That hurt my ego a little bit. So, boom, you know, we sitting up there chilling. So, she said, hey, I left my lip gloss in your room. I said, I'll go get it. She said, no. I know where I left it at. It's on a beanbag. So, boom. She goes in my room. I'm sitting there, time just like kind of ticking, marking them. They still out on the porch. Nobody came in or out. So I'm like, let me go check. So I goes upstairs. She like, finally. She like, I just wanted to ask, can I get a hug? I'm like, a hug? She like, yeah, because it was something you had on when you sat next to me the first day and it smelled so good. I'm like, yeah. She like, that's why I asked you, did you have a girlfriend? Because I just don't want to be hugging on you. I'm like, but friends can hug, right? She like, yeah, friends can hug. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I give her a hug. Boom. I hug her tight. And she like, you don't got the same thing you had on, but you still smell good. I'm like, I appreciate you. So you hear front door now opening. All you hear is Rody Dody, Rody Dody, Rody Dody. And you could just hear up the stairs. You hear more, like you hear like a marching band coming up the stairs. Like, so I'm like, what the, like I stick my head out my room door. Like, what the? I see Marky and Raymond, right? But Raymond like, Marky like, whoa, hey, Chazetta, I'm like, wait, what? He like, Danielle, can you go? I'm like, why would you say Chazetta name? So she like, wait, who you just said? No, can you just go in the living room real quick? Go in the living room. Matter of fact, just go in the bathroom. So I said, boy, you're bugging out. He like, bro. So Raymond like, I'm like, what? So you hear ling, 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 ling. I'm like, I gotta go check and tell people to go around. So Raymond like, no, I'll do it. I'm like, no, I don't want my mama to be bugging. So Danielle like, okay, how long do I gotta be in the bathroom? Marky like, just stay right here. I'm gonna knock on the door until you wanna come out. I'm like, bro, what would you call her? Charles said, he like, it slipped because Charles said he was at the front door. I'm like, what? He like, we was out there twisting. We saw her coming up. We hurried up and ran in the house. She was calling my name, but I kept going in. I'm like, Charles said at the door. He like, I was trying to say Danielle, but Charles had slipped out because she at the door. I'm like, okay, I got it. She at the door. I'm like, okay, I need you to cover for me. He like, bro, I don't. I'm like, oh my God, I need you to cover. This. Okay. I gotta think. I'm like, okay, I gotta go down there. So he like, you're fine here. So I'm like, he like, somebody been calling. I didn't know that was her. Now I don't get Charzetta name in my phone as Charzetta. Like I was still kind of like learning how to spell her name because her name was super long, and it took me a nice little minute to get it. So I kind of like abbreviated it and put like a little nickname and stuff like that with it. So he like, I didn't know it was her. He like, but this gotta be her. I'm like, yeah, it is her. So I took the phone and I picked up. I'm like, hello. She like, are you gonna leave me outside? She like, I called your brother name. Can you come down and open the door? I'm like, yeah, I'll come. I'm like, just leaving the bathroom. So I goes downstairs. I open the door. So she tried to come in. So I'm like, hey. She like, hey. I'm like, I can't have no company right now. She like, why come? I wanted to tell you everything about what happened with swimming and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I could come out there and you could tell. So as I'm talking to her, right? I'm talking to her at the door. My grandpapa and this girl, right? A young girl. Okay. Now, my grandpapa is a marshal. All right. But this girl, he was she was young. She had like the little mini skirt. Oh, she was looking good. I'm talking about looking delicious. I'm talking about all that in the bag of just like bad to the bone. Bad. I'm talking about bad to the bone. So I'm having this moment with Charles at the door. My grandpapa and this baddie that he did. I mean baddie. You know what I'm saying? He just come up with. So I'm like, I'm in a bind, right? I don't hear Marky and them voice, you know what I'm saying? So I know he probably got that under control. So my grandpa like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, Charzetta, meet my grandpapa, this Charzetta. He like, okay, she's beautiful. Look, I'm here for the party. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, she coming too? He like, yeah, I can't leave her out here. I'm like, oh, okay, now here's the deal. This can go left real quick, okay? This can go left real quick. So I let him in. I put no hesitation. I let him in. My grandpapa. I let him in. The girl, they go towards you here. Back door now opening. Boom, they going on here. So she like, can I please talk to you? She like, I can't wait up here just to see you. She like, I don't want to stand outside. I'm like, all right. I'm like, but you're not gonna be mad? She like, mad about what? I'm like, if I have other people come over. She like, no. She like, you always have people come over, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. But I'm like, I really can't have company. She like, okay, what is it? You don't, just tell me if you don't want me to come in. I'm like, okay, I don't want you to come in. She like, why not? I'm like, it's just because front door now open. I'm like, Marky. He like, bro, I need some help. I'm like, what? All you hear is, how dare he bring somebody else up in my daughter's house? My nana is in the house snapping. Now, mind you, this is the type of relationship my nana and my grandpapa got. They're still married, but they're separated. When they see each other, they don't bring their other significant others, right? It just be, just them. Now, my grandpapa, he got a roster. He got a list. My nana, I ain't never really seen her, bring somebody to my mom, my mom's house. But I know that that's the type of status that they have. Like, they stay married, but they see other people, but respect each other's space when they, when they get around family or each other. So you hear my nana snapping. I'm talking about top level snapping. So I walks in, right? Like, because I want to know, like, what's happening. You see my mom come in. My mom like, calm down, calm down. So my mama like, shut my front door. So Charzetta comes in, right? I shut the front door. I'm trying to see what's going on. My grandpapa comes in. He don't have the girl with him, all right? So I think he left her outside at the party. So he trying to talk. She like, so you're bringing other women to my daughter first? He like, hey, Sandra, this is my daughter too. So they going back and forth. So my mama is looking and she like, I'm reading her face though. She's doing it slightly. So it's like, oh, you did an underlay for the overlay. My grandpapa like, I didn't even know you was here. My daughter didn't even tell me. So she was like, oh, so my mom, she's playing innocent. Well, I just wanted to, surprise you. I didn't know you was going to bring somebody. So boom, Danielle is coming out, okay, out the bathroom. Charzetta is like standing by the front door, but inside, right? So as Danielle coming down, everybody's still huddling, talking. Nobody's really paying attention to Danielle coming down. I'm finally paying attention until Mark really bumped me like, oh, bro. And it was a split second as they arguing. All that just muted. And I saw Charzetta and I saw Danielle look at each other. And it was like, eye contact was like, it was a shocking moment. So this was like a situation going on there about a caught up situation, and I'm being caught up. Like, it was so much of a mess going on right there. So my mom like, look, this is what we're going to do. Listen. Okay, look, because I got to get back out there and host a party. Now, look, I want both of y'all here. Y'all both my parents. I want both of y'all here. So look, Dad, just tell the girl to leave. He like, no, I'm not telling her to leave. I invited her. If she has to go, I'm going to leave. He like, and I want to be here, princess. And so she like, come on, Dad, Mom. So she like, that's fine. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go talk to somebody and flirt with somebody in your face. He like, you can do that. Like, my grandpapa did not care. She like, okay, well, introduce me to your little friend. And my nana just walked completely off. She like, come on, because I'm about to go approach her. So I'm like, oh my God, like, I want to be out there, right? So boom, my grandpapa, he, he walks out. He like, Sandra. So my mama say, if you can't beat him, join him. And she walks off, and so she turns around. I'm like, Mom, can you come back in the next 5 minutes? She like, no. I'm like, She like, you deal with that. Don't tell my house. So she already kind of like peeped the game real quick. See, something about a mother will always know. A mother will always know. When that back door closed, okay, it was me, Raymond, Marky, Danielle, and Charzetta was still standing there. But when I looked at Charzetta was like, so this is the reason why I couldn't come in? And so Danielle like, oh, hey, Charzetta. And so she say, hey, why are you at my boyfriend's house? She said, wait, huh? She like, why are you here? She like, because we cool and I came over here because Roshan invited me. Oh, so you invited her. I'm like, okay, wait. I'm like, so Marky like, hold on, wait. So Marky goes and start popping popcorn, like dead mid into like the situation. So I'm looking and all you hear is pop, 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 pop. You hear the popcorn popping. So Charzetta like, so do you want her here or you want me here? So I'm like, huh? She like, you got to pick and pick wisely, because if you want her here, you don't got to worry about me. I see why you didn't want me to come in. And I'm sitting up here missing you, thinking about you, couldn't wait to tell you. I'm like, look, it's not like that. She like, okay, so what is it like? Danielle ain't said nothing. Danielle just standing there confident, ain't said not a word, ain't made a face expression. So Charzetta like, you can go. So Danielle like, well, I would leave if this was your house. So Marky like, oh, he like, where's the hot sauce? Where's the hot sauce? So he like, I gotta put, you want some, Raymond? So Raymond like, He like, I wish we could light the blunt. I'm like, y'all. I'm like, can y'all go somewhere else, like downstairs in the living room? Marky like, nah, I gotta wash the house. I'm like, can y'all come in my room? So Danielle like, yeah. So boom. Charzetta like, so she been in your room already? I'm like, have she been in your room? I'm like, yeah, she been in my room. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, but nothing like that. We was just talking about what? I'm like, let's just go in the room. So we go in the room, right? And I got the door cracked. So Charzetta is in front of the door, but she closed it all the way. I'm like, no, keep it cracked. She like, keep it closed. I'm like, stop. Keep it cracked, because if my mama comes, she gonna snap off at me, not at you. So I kept it cracked. So she like, so who you want here? I'm like, so Danielle like, I can. Danielle straight up like, I can go. And I was like, in the inside, I didn't want her to go. In the inside, I did not want her to go. So I was like, no, you don't have to leave. And so Charzetta like, oh, she don't have to leave. So, okay, well, I can go. I'm like, Charzetta, she like, no, because she don't have to leave, right? I'm like, Charzetta,